So you want to get a degree. Why? Let me tell you what society will tell you. It increases your chances of getting a job, provides you with an opportunity to be successful. Your life will be a lot less stressful. Education is the key. Now let me tell you what your parents will tell you. Make me proud. It increases your chances of getting a job, provides you with an opportunity to be successful. Your life will be a lot less stressful. Education is the key.
Every day, we come to school. We wake up every morning with just one thought in our head. Do we try? What's the point of trying? Why do we try at school if some of our teachers aren't even motivated to do their jobs? So we ask ourselves this. The basis of our projects as a whole is to figure out why. Why some of these teachers don't try. Why do some of these teachers just simply come to work, get a paycheck, and don't touch the mind and soul of every student that walks through their door? For some of us, we are unfortunate to fall into the classroom of an uninspired, unimaginative educator. These very same teachers will have fallen victim to America's stereotypical laziness that has plagued our society since entering the modern era. We cannot permit our very own stereotypes to define us any longer. Our project doesn't revolve around the judgment of the banal teachers in our society, but more so, our documentary will inspire not only our educators and students, but additionally our society to break out of our mulish cliches that we've built since our inauguration as a country.
The key to having a wonderful life in this world is education. Education is the key. But how is that possible when some teachers give packets, free A's, or are just lazy and don't want to teach? In the Washington Post, the article, What Makes a Great Teacher, says that teachers need to believe in their students and want their students to succeed. The key word they use is love in the article. If a teacher loves their students, then the student will learn and also love the teacher back, because the student will feel the compassion that the teacher gives. Also in the Washington Post, the article Teacher Spends 2 Days as a Student and is Shocked at What She Sees is about a teacher being a student for 2 days, and she makes a very good point saying that high school students are sitting passively and listening during approximately 90% of their classes. Now, how do you expect a high school student who wakes up at 6 a.m. to go to school and expect to listen to a lecture without any interaction? Me and my group members picked these articles because these articles support our standpoint and our topic. To continue supporting our topic, we are going to show you interviews that our group has conducted. The first teacher we're going to show you, his name is John Wafer, and he is an English teacher at the University of Miami.
John Wafer.
What motivated you to become a teacher?
What motivates me to teach?
Yes.
I like helping others. I really enjoy seeing people grow intellectually. As a writing teacher, I love to share my passion for the written word. I try to teach students to, don't lose your curiosity.
Why are there good teachers and bad teachers?
In other words, teaching is an art, and you have to practice it to get good at it. And I think some teachers are good teachers partly because they work at it. Some teachers also, have had teachers. They had really good teachers that were good models for them. Where there's other teachers that sometimes they're burnt out. They take their job for granted, or some people are better than others. Some people work harder at it.
John Wafer makes very solid points determining why there are bad teachers in the world, but now we want to dig deeper to see whether it's the student or the teacher that makes one successful, as shown in this interview.
Well, I just enjoy teaching others about something I love. That's kind of what got me into it. So. It's probably both. Probably 50-50. And professors are a big part of it. Is, their job is to teach, right? So try to make something I understand and let somebody else understand. And of course, on the student side, they have to put the work in and time in to use it.
Last question: teaching hard subjects like you teach, you said physics, chemistry. What do you do for your students in order to succeed in such hard subjects?
You give them many examples, many examples, and try to go through things slowly to make sure they understand it, and make sure the shy ones are asking questions, or at least
So interaction with students.
Interaction is a big part. At least that's how I do it. Just to kind of get into judge and see which students are, not getting it, which ones are.
It takes both the teacher and the student to put in the work to be successful. In the 2 interviews about to be shown, it is going to explain characteristics that a teacher and a student should have, and also other motivations on why these teachers became teachers.
A model student, I think, is a student that wants to put forth maximum effort. Not necessarily has to have straight A's, but I think wants to learn, wants to get something out of the educational process. And a model teacher, I think, someone that has to be passionate, not just about the subject, but passionate about educating the youth. So it's knowing your content, but also finding ways to make sure that kids grasp those concepts. I always joke, my worst teachers were all history teachers. That's actually the reason why I became a history teacher. I think part of it was that, the lack of passion. I think many of them knew their content, but I don't think they had a passion to make us understand it or relate to us or relate the information in a way that would show us why they care about that information.
When you were a student, did you encounter any bad teachers?
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, I can't say that I had any teacher that impacted me while I was in high school. It was kind of just bookwork and, they really didn't care much. So I really, unfortunately, don't have one teacher in high school that stands out as exceptional. Yeah.
Here's a student perspective on the topic.
Do you consider yourself a good student or a bad student?
I consider it a student.
A good student? Why do you think you're a good student?
Because, I get my work done on time, I'm very diligent, and I try really hard in my classes.
Do you think it's the teacher who makes you a good student or it's yourself?
I think it's myself. Also it's a product of your parents. If your parents are good students and they have a good work ethic, I think that's what makes you a good student.
Do you have any bad teachers as of this year?
Yes.
Why do they like?
They can't teach, they don't lecture, and they just stand in front of the class and they can't teach. They don't know how to run their class properly.
Now 2 of our group members are going to discuss a pro and a con about education.
They say we need an education to be successful, but I'm pretty sure one of the world's billionaires, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, does not have a college diploma.
Few people get lucky in their lives, but the best way to guarantee your future and succeed in life is to get an education.
In conclusion, what I understood is that teaching is an art. If you don't practice it, if you don't put the time and effort, you will not be good at it. Same goes for students. If you do not put your time into school and the effort, you will not be a great student. Me, myself, I want to graduate and I want to make my mom proud. And I'm willing to put the time and effort. But how will I do that if there's somebody giving me free A's, giving me packets, and not spending time on what I'm doing wrong, on something that I'm failing at? How am I supposed to excel if every single time I'm being told I'm doing a good job, when in fact, I'm not? All I want to say is, for those bad teachers out there, you're misleading the future of America. We want to get somewhere in life. Not everybody is a bad kid who wants to drop out of high school or college and become a drug dealer or a gangbanger. We want to succeed in life. We want to make our parents proud. We want to make sure we look at our future and say, I'm going to make it. Someday I'm going to make it. I'm going to have a job. I'm going to have a decent job. I'm going to get a good payment. And I'm going to be successful. Those are the things that I want to have when I'm grown. So will that happen with you?